Good morning, everyone. Good morning. My name is Dan Jordan. I grew up in a rural town just outside of Los Angeles, the eldest of 8 siblings. In 1979, I was 8 years old. My brother, who was 7 at the time, asked me to help him put away the family ping pong table. Being the big, older brother, I was determined to provide the confident know-how, instruction, and leadership required to make sure the task was performed correctly. However, as the table lay on its side, I quickly collapsed one of the legs, not realizing my brother still had his hand near one of the hinges. And to this day, as recently as this past Thanksgiving, my brothers and sisters still refer to the episode as the day Daniel chopped off Joseph's finger. Today I run a successful product development firm. I specialize in understanding how emerging technologies can be used to improve the customer experience, provide greater value to the public, and how to strengthen the bond that exists between people and the products they love. In a moment, I'd like to demonstrate for you a technology with potential to revolutionize the way people find themselves connected to certain products. Upon working with this technology, I started with a very simple question. What if these products could talk? Which naturally led to other important questions. How would they communicate? What would they say? And when would they speak? Let me give you an example. Within the recall process, a variety of notification methods exist. The consumer may stumble upon a joint press release. The brand may publish a toll-free 800 number. The manufacturer may implement a social media plan and post info about the recall on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. These are all ways to communicate an important safety message to the consumer. The problem, however, is this. These current methods of notifying the consumer about a product safety issue are hit or miss. You never really know if the message has actually been received by the intended party. Statistics I've read indicate the average consumer level response to a product recall can be as low as 7 or 8%. In too many situations, consumers continue to use dangerous products without ever knowing that that product may be harmful. Additionally, let's say the consumer is lucky enough to notice a televised recall ad, hear a radio news report, or see a mention on social media. How would that consumer know for certain if the product they have is safe or should be returned? What if the packaging has been thrown away? Or the barcode is no longer visible? What happens if the product is passed on to a third party as a gift? Or is purchased secondhand from a thrift store or garage sale? In fact, where exactly am I supposed to look for a product serial number, a part number, or other identifier? To a parent raising 3 small children, I'm concerned about dangerous products that could be entering our home. And these are the types of questions that I think about. Now let's take this one step further. The U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission has jurisdiction over more than 15,000 types of products that consumers will use in and around the home. This is a lot of information to keep track of. Luckily, there is a website designed to help the public navigate this ever-expanding world of consumer product safety. The website is called recalls.gov, and this is it. On the front page, we are presented with a menu. There is a list of consumer product types, a link for motor vehicles, links to food-related issues, and so on. And for now, this website works great, as long as you know what you're looking for. However, the question we want to answer is this: how can we better assist consumers who will never hear about an important product safety issue? How can we reach people who watch little television, avoid social media, and perhaps missed the big press announcement? The average American home contains over 300,000 items. If asked to identify the safety hazards associated with every product in your home, most of us wouldn't even know where to begin. I mean, think about it. How many of you own a vacuum cleaner? No, seriously. By a show of hands, how many of you own a vacuum cleaner? Next question. How many of you keep the manual for that vacuum cleaner in a kitchen drawer or a file cabinet? That's what I thought. So why in the world is information critical to the use, function, and safety of my vacuum cleaner sitting in a drawer in another room? How is it that I'm even allowed to throw the manual away or allow critical product documentation to become lost? I think in this digital age, the old ways of doing things no longer has to apply. Critical safety information should be permanently attached to the products themselves, never to be lost, never to be misplaced, never to be thrown away. And this would be especially true in the case of products which are considered dangerous, like bleach or power tools. And here's a way to make that happen. In 2006, a standard was introduced for an open source RFID-based technology called Near Field Communication, or NFC. NFC is a tiny microchip that can be embedded within certain products or placed beneath product labels. The NFC chip can store small amounts of information which can be interpreted by most modern smartphones. The chips require no batteries, require no special software or programs in order to function, and have an estimated shelf life of at least 20 years. What's more, the technology is open source and is available for free to anyone who wants to use it. I predict NFC or some variant of the technology is where the future's heading. And here's how to make it work. You may have seen the anti-theft stickers placed on shampoo packaging or disposable razors. In pretty much the same way, NFC stickers can be easily applied to product packaging at the time of manufacture or just prior to distribution. NFC tags can also be permanently embedded within the product enclosures. For example, toys, electronics, and other small appliances. I've even worked on implementations where the technology is fully integrated into the product itself, such as sewn into clothing, machine integrated within furniture, or permanently encased within a thermoplastic resin. Unlike anything before it, this little chip instantly connects individual products to the Internet of Things. It gives every product a unique identifier and the ability to communicate on its own a unique message and collect instant customer feedback. And when you think about it, what this means is that manufacturers can broadcast information directly to the consumer through the products the consumer is actively engaged, at the moment the product is in their hands, being used. What's more, the information can be updated and changed remotely as often as is necessary. And yes, it can be serialized, customized down to a single product. In fact, NFC technology is so advanced in 2018 that it even has the ability to inform the brand as to the product's precise geographical location. So what does all this mean for us? It means for the first time, passive products can now talk to their users. This child safety seat can let you know immediately if the straps are defective. Your coffee maker can let you know if the auto shutoff feature has a tendency to fail. And for the first time in consumer product history, we can remove some of the chance and guesswork from issuing product safety notifications and recalls. Of course, as with any new technology, consumer adoption takes time. We have a few challenges which should be addressed. As was the case with Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and the use of pretty much anything internet related, the consumer will need to be educated. At the moment, few people know how it works, or the reality that most modern smartphones even have this capability. And brands and retailers will need to find a standardized approach to its implementation. The user experience has to be consistent. And as the system unfolds, brands will discover incredible new uses for the technology. The possibilities for a network connecting billions of products to their owners and users is limitless. As I've described, this implementation of NFC, RFID technology, it's brand new. And with a little thought, most will realize as our products begin to talk, the possibilities for deeper consumer engagement and improved product safety will grow exponentially. And as I wrap this up, I don't want to leave anyone with the impression that NFC alone would have saved my little brother from having his finger chopped off. However, as a brand, knowing that you have this new method of communicating critical safety information, product warnings, and the most up-to-date user instructions long after the product has been purchased, I think is pretty powerful. And perhaps if more people had easier access to specific product safety information, we could prevent a few more needless injuries and avoid expensive liability claims. Okay, on to the demo. At each one of your seats, I placed a small item, a plastic jar with a lid. This item has an NFC chip built into the label. Now, I understand the vast majority of you may be engaging with NFC for the very first time. I get it. It's something new and may take a moment or two before it all clicks. So inside of each container, I left a small set of first-time instructions. The experience for iPhone users is slightly different than that for Android. So depending on which phone you're using, choose the instruction set that is right for you. And I promise, once you've discovered this hidden capability within your smartphone, you'll never forget it. And if anyone's having trouble or can't get it to work, perhaps one of your table mates or somebody close by may be able to show you how to do it. And of course, I will be around for the next several days. Please don't hesitate to find me. I'll be glad to help you get started. Anyway, for this demonstration, we have connected the chip inside of this product to information about the item. Here's how it works. Take your phone and simply touch it to the safety symbol printed on the label. Within a half second or so, it will connect and display the pre-programmed information. It's kind of cool, right? Now, what happens if this product suddenly needs to be recalled? Well, that's easy. An administrator can log into the system and can change the message that the public sees at any time. That's pretty powerful. Thank you all.